Greetings, you all. Happy Wednesday. How y'all doing? It's 3:09, my magical time. I love that. Threes and nines and all of that. That's it's all in alignment with my energy. So today this is our Master Nodal class, and I am coming in late. I've been sort of managing my energy on social media because I feel so porous. I feel so receptive, so highly influenced by other things. So I'm managing what I take in to my psyche right now because we're in a very highly creative energy, and I don't want to focus on fucking nothing that I don't want. And let me just say that I'm already getting about a B-. I'm already, you remember when you were in school? I don't know if you guys, what kind of students you guys were, but I was the kind of student where I would get really enthusiastic at the beginning of a class, at the beginning of a new cycle and I would be like, I would get all my homework done, I'd be doing all the stuff, and then something would happen that would distract me, and I'd be off to the races with something else. By the time midterms came around, I was trying to catch up. It was just like, so I know myself by now. I've lived on the planet and in this body long enough to know that if I want to stay focused and keep my attention, I can't allow myself to absorb too much information that's outside of what I want to absorb, because I'm like a sponge. And when I say I'm like a sponge, you guys, now when I think about it, I'm like, what the fuck was going on? When I was 3 years old, I was reading books about slavery and the Black Panthers and Abraham Lincoln. Like, it's an ancestral code that I've carried, but by the time I was 10, 11, and 12, having read all of that stuff for years, it's almost as if I was still in like the 1800s. Now that I'm thinking about it, because my mind was constantly in that old world while simultaneously in this new one, knowing that the old one was still running it, but we were pretending like it wasn't. So I have to be very mindful to filter information in ways that allow me to be really present, because I have a whole lot of subconscious timelines that I can open up at once, and they pull on my energy. So with that, today we are what's going on today? So today is a Mercury day, and Mercury is at the 27th degree of Cancer, where the sun now is and where we're about to have a new moon. So the 27th degree is actually a Mercury degree. So this is a really great day to do some work to reframe childhood experiences that you want the energies to open up into another way. It's very important that we recognize that we are a system of information. Yes, you're a person, that's what they call you here. But what's happening is you're a computer. That's how you function. Whether you know it or not, you're a computer. And you want to become mindful of the information that goes into your system, because the information is going to produce. It's going to create, right? So it's like a seed that you put in the ground. If you put information into your system today that is to reprogram yourself towards healing childhood patterns, energies with family patterns. It could be health patterns. It could be emotional patterns, which is really, really what it is. Any health patterns are seeded through the emotions. Anytime we have health challenges, it's because we have an emotional block somewhere that becomes a health challenge. So if you have any health challenges, today is a day that, and I also will now want to apologize that I'm here late because I was up busy doing my own work and didn't get here in time. But it's the universe is benevolent. The universe is gracious. Your intention is everything. Your intention is everything. And so if you have sincerity, you're not going to miss anything that's for you. Though it's important to know that we are in an energetic system and the timing does matter, but timing doesn't override your sincerity. Your sincerity is the most important thing. Okay, so if you have patterns that are still in place from childhood that might not be serving you any longer, and most of us do, just so you're clear, just so you don't have to go, do I? No, you do. And the question is, do you see it? You do. Do you see the pattern that is still running you from your childhood? So one of the things that I am really so grateful, thank you, Creator, thank you, Goddess, Mother, I am breaking through the pattern of being ignorant to my own energy, my own power, how I function, how I work. And I'm starting to see my own capacity to create in ways that I have only felt inside of me and couldn't really understand how to access it because the world is so distracting and this is an illusion here. So it's like the outside world is distracting me, but the illusion is that the outside world is separate from me. So I feel like I'm being distracted by something that's separate from me, but I'm actually being distracted by something that is trying to get my attention to show me what's really going on inside of me. Because the way, for some of us, that we get to see what's going on inside of us is by what we see outside, because it's as above, so below. So once I got clear that what I was looking at was myself, then I was like, oh, okay, I got it. 50-some years in. I got it. I see it. It's all me. But it was hard to believe that it was me. I was resistant. At the time, I didn't want to think that this is how it worked because the information that my spirit was giving me completely contradict the information that the world gives us. And I really just wanted to believe the world. I love myself so much. I have so much compassion for myself. I love myself so much, and I have so much compassion for myself because I know I'm doing my best all the time. I'm only ever always doing my best. And sometimes that is very interesting. I'm not going to judge it. Okay, so today, are there patterns from your childhood that you feel ready to let go of? What are they? How can you let them go? What are you seeing? Like I said, I have had a pattern of not honoring myself, not honoring my inner wisdom, not honoring my intuition. It has caused great suffering in my life, okay? I am deeply grateful for all the fucking suffering because now I understand that there's no place else for me to go but inside. And when I do it, it pays off so incredibly because, for instance, I'm starting to see that, for the most part, all the people, I don't have any friends from my past life. I really don't have any. I have a couple, but not and we don't function in the ways that we used to. I used to be very much entangled in my girlfriends' lives and them in mine. And what I see now is that those entanglements kept those patterns alive. The things that women do, how we call each other and complain about our partners, how we we call each other, and how we're inside of ourselves, always being dissatisfied. Oh, this is wrong, that's good. And some of that is just the nature of the feminine, because the feminine stays in a constant yearning for more. It's creative power. It's how it works. We just are constantly on to the next level. We're designed that way, and the culture goes against that. So some of that thing that women do is a natural part of our way of being, but we're misusing it. Instead of coming together to commiserate and complain only, we also have to come together to create, to inspire, to see a new reality. And that is why I have Daughters of the 13 Moons. Because when women come together in an inspiring perspective, everything fucking changes. Everything changes. And everyone benefits from it. Everyone will benefit from it. When women come together with that deep intention of truth, having confidence in themselves, understanding how the energies work when we come together as a grid, and allowing ourselves to work the energy, and understanding how to work the shadow. Because as women, we carry a deep shadow, and most of us have not done any fucking shadow work and have no level of accountability for where we really are with ourselves. So we're recreating the trauma over and over and over again and blaming somebody else for it, not even seeing that we're the ones doing it. Which is, again, the illusion. So today the moon is in Gemini, and the moon is now where it was when we had the full moon, when we had the new moon last month. So we had the new moon in Gemini last month, and the moon, it's been 28 days, and now the moon is back in Gemini. So the things that, and last month, the sun was in Gemini too. So when we have the moon and the sun together, that is like a man and a woman coming together. Two opposites come together to make something else. So when we have a new moon, it begins to create a new energy. And then that moon happened, and the sun and the moon were in Gemini together. And then the moon kept going, and the sun kept going. Now the sun is in Cancer, and the moon has come back to where it was in Gemini, which is almost like the baby turning 1 month. So you created something last month, and this month, the baby turns 1 month. Are you still cultivating your perspective from last month? Are you still cultivating it? Because the work is invisible, y'all. That's why I'm like, you gotta follow some. You have to have a path. If you don't have a path, everything will get washed away, because the work is invisible until it's not. Like a woman is pregnant inside of herself, that you don't see her pregnant carrying that baby on her back. She carries that baby inside of herself, and nobody sees it. And the same is true with your creations. And your creations is your personality. It's your emotional well-being. It's your intentions. It's who you hang out with. It's your thoughts. It's the choices you make, right? So every choice, all of that has to be realigned to another perspective. Like, when you go from the first grade to the second grade is different than the first grade. There is a new level. And if you aren't doing the work inside of yourself to grow and continue to live, you become stuck and stagnant. You become a burden to your fucking self, okay? Because you're not growing. So interesting. And I see it in my own self. And right now we're living at a time where there's such a vast change happening. We're going to see a lot of people get stuck in the old self, because it's just there's no mistakes. It's all divine. And the body is meant to expire, and the souls, even if people stay stuck in our egoic world, their souls are still evolving. It doesn't matter, right? So it really doesn't matter. It's just really, if you can have choice in this motherfucker, why not have it? If you can have a choice to evolve, or if you do, then be conscious in the choice that you're making. That's all. Just be conscious what you're actually choosing into. That you're not choosing something just because. I just think awareness is a very valuable thing. And so if you are aware of what you're choosing or not, then that is the power. He said, do you feel that certain but not specific to one direction? But I felt the feminine evolving just as we are. Feminine is seen as a strand of silk. It helps me when I integrate this energy. Words are hard to find. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure what you're really asking me. But I'll say that everyone is different, right? Everyone is different. And I'll also say that I think the feminine is an internal experience. So it's not going to be the same for everyone. That's it. That's all I know. And I will say that I'm grateful that I'm in a woman's body this time, because I have a entrance to it that might be easier for me to access. Maybe not. I don't know. So today is a highly creative day. You can recode yourself. You can rewrite your reality. You can reframe the most out of touch experiences. You can, if you have a health challenge going on, if I was in a health challenge, I would just be talking to myself and telling my body, I love you, all is well, what can I do? I will become deeply nurturing to myself. That can be an emotion, like really pay attention to yourself. Really see how you're responding to things, how you feel, how you react, all of it. Just pay attention to who you are. And I encourage you to start doing some new things. It's very important right now that we tap into the new energetics. There is a new reality here, and all you have to do is do something new every day. That intention of doing it doesn't have to be big, or it doesn't have to be elaborate. It just has to be a new thing that you don't generally do. You could decide to brush your teeth with your left hand rather than your right hand. That is a new thing. It is going to tap into the new frequencies in the reality, and you will get more energy for new things. Just do something new. That's all. Just do something new. You can do an old thing in a new way, and that matters. That is very important. So with that, you all, I want to invite you all to go and support me. I created a workbook for this upcoming Mercury retrograde that starts on June 30th. You can find it in my link tree. It's called Unleash Your Revolution. It's your voice, your time, your power. And I'm not going to be able to, I'm not going to be able to do the Mercury class here because I'm already doing this, but I do want you all to have what you need to be in the practice of it, because it's a highly Mercury retrograde in Leo. It's about claiming your voice back, accessing play and creativity, which is what we need in order to really move forward, reclaiming your self-love, loving how you think, these things sound like when I hear myself saying, I'm like, they sound like, people are like, I want to know how to make money. I want to know. If you don't have this stuff, you can't make money. If you don't have confidence in who you are, you won't be able to make money in the new world. If you don't have a clearer understanding of what you're up to and who you are, you won't be able to be happy in the new world. The inner stuff is the key. And I remember when I was young and I didn't want to do the inner stuff. I literally used to be like my spirit would say to me, You got to do the inner work. And I would be so angry about it because I just wanted the results, I just wanted the results. But I didn't know what it would take for me to get the results. And now I understand it's the inner work that gets you the results. So this upcoming Mercury retrograde is a true opportunity to really reclaim some power in a fast way, in energy, in ways that we have neglected. So if you have any questions, or you can go to my website, healwithmoonmama.com. It's not really set up there yet, though. But the link in my link tree, or send me a message and I'll send you the link so you can get it. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings. Be good to yourselves. Bye-bye.